iPhone 7 and 7 Plus bring no less than a couple of new things to the table that we haven't seen from Apple sometime recently. For example, their first SoC with heterogeneous CPU centers. The iPhone 7 Plus carries a second camera with a full outline equivalent focal length of 56mm, which isn't really a unique idea but does represent a unique execution, as the G5's second camera has an even shorter focal length. Here's some iron here, as Corephotonics and Qualcomm have been demonstrating almost the same implementation as what we see in the iPhone 7 Plus, but Apple is the first to market here. IP67 means the iPhone is impervious to dust and is capable of sustaining 1 m of water depth for at least 30 minutes. But water damage is never covered by warranty, so you shouldn't push your luck here. Other changes here are more subtle, such as the quad LED flash with PWM compensation, stereo speakers, and doubling the storage for all models relative to the 6s last year. Finally, on a quick housekeeping note before we get started, I want to mention that we changed our review format a bit this year compared to past reviews, because our analysis on a few deep dive items is going to take a bit longer. Both the new, low-power CPU cores of the A10 Fusion SoC and wide color gamut of the new cameras present us with some particularly interesting scenarios. Rather than hold everything back, we split things up. Today, as review of the iPhone 7 is just that, a review of the phone. Meanwhile, I'll be publishing a deep dive article later this month on A10, Hurricane, A10, SGPU, wide color gamut photography, and the rest of those fine architectural details that we like to dig into. To start the examination of the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus beyond more points on a spec sheet, we can look at the design of the iPhone 7. It's easy to take a pot shot here and claim that the iPhone 7 and iPhone 6 have identical design. But the design is different enough that you can identify either the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus from a distance if you can see the camera or back cover in general. However, if you can only see the front of the phone, it's not going to be easy to tell the iPhone 6 and 7 apart. Just about the only differentiating feature here is that the new earpiece is now slightly wider. We seem to receive requests for continued comparison of design details, and will the iPhone DOESN have any obvious issues? The ambient light sensor appears to bisect the earpiece, while the front-facing camera is lined up with the earpiece. What is noticeable if you use the phone is the new solid-state home button. While there is a new taptic engine to enable this home button, it does take getting used to, as the home button is not a limiting replica of a physical home button as far as the haptic sensation goes. The taptic engine manages to create a facsimile of what a home button should feel like. Unlike a rear button, it doesn't actually depress, so it isn't quite as accurate as something like a MacBook trackpad in replicating the feel of a rear button. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus see some notable changes to the back and sides of the phone, while the buttons, gamut firing speaker, and lightning port remain in the same place. The 3.5mm jack has been removed. There has been a lot of discussion here, but after trying some pre-production AirPods, I think it's fairly safe to say that wireless is the future for any kind of mobile device. But the execution itself requires closer examination here that DOESN necessarily fit into this part of the review. The one notable change here is to the SIM tray, which appears to have some kind of gasket to seal it against water and dust ingress. iPhone 7 and 7 Plus both have distinctive changes to the antenna lines and the camera hump, while the iPhone 6 and 6s really try to avoid showing a camera hump at all. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus have distinct designs that highlight its presence, even if the profile of the hump has been changed to make the difference in thickness less dramatic. Apple has also made new rubber cases to fit the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. The general design and feel isn't changed significantly, but the buttons are now made out of aluminum, which improves the feel of them significantly, to the extent that I don't feel like I'm losing anything in feel relative to the naked phone. This helps to differentiate them relative to third-party cases, particularly if the cost is genuinely much higher than the average case you might find on Amazon. In general, the design is also well executed for a slim case as the camera hand isn't exposed, and the display is recessed a bit to avoid direct contact in a drop. Overall, the design of the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus is mostly an evolution of the iPhone 6's design.